Can I park a food truck anywhere in Oregon? Well, here's Food Truck Freaks. It's Damian Roberti. We are going to dive into that question we got from one of our subscribers on our other channel, Marketing Food Online. And we're going to dive into exactly what you can and can't do because it's a little tricky when you want to park your food truck. And if you don't park it in the right spot, in some cases, you can get a fine or even get your truck towed and even lose your business. So let's dive right into it. In Oregon, you can't simply park your food truck anywhere you please. There's actually several considerations governing where you can actually operate a food truck, and I'm going to give you each one of them. So number one is there's zoning laws. Now, specific laws in specific zones might not allow commercial activities, and these especially are relevant in residential areas. Always check with local city and county zoning within your specific city or county. Check those offices to be sure that the zones are available. Number two is your health department. Now, in Oregon, food trucks are typically regulated by county health departments, so each county does have its own specific requirements and designated areas where food trucks can operate and where they can't. Number three, parking regulations. Now, even if you're in a zone that allows food trucks, you still must obey parking regulations. Some cities have designated food truck parking, while others might not allow them to park in public spaces at all. That would be any part of the day, no matter what type of business license or permit you have. It's actually quite restrictive, as a matter of fact. It's pretty intense. So number four is private property. Now, if you're on private property, you will typically need to get permission from the property owner. This includes parking lots and other businesses that you may come into contact with. You want to be sure that private property, you're getting a thumbs up and getting approval to do that. A lot of times you can get into some serious trouble if you're on private property and someone doesn't want you there. Five, now these are called proximity to established restaurants. Now this is interesting because some cities have rules that actually prevent food trucks from parking too close to brick and mortar restaurants. And when you're in Oregon, specifically in your state or city or county, you want to be sure you check with those proximity regulations. They are very stringent. Number six, special events. Now, if you're looking to park at a special event, let's say a fair or festival, you'll often need a separate permit specifically for the area that's designated on the event. Normally, you can get those from the event coordinators or those that are actually putting on the special event. You always want to check with them before you just randomly pull up and start selling. Number seven, time restrictions. There might be some time restrictions on how long you can actually park in certain locations. Even when you get a permit from the city or county, they may restrict the time frame from a certain amount, maybe 8 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m. You need to make sure that the time restrictions don't apply to you. Number eight, state highways and, of course, rest areas. Now, there are specific rules for operating near or on state highways and even in rest areas. And in many cases, selling on the side of a highway or a rest area may not be allowed without special permissions or even specific written okay from the State Highway Patrol, believe it or not, making sure that it's safe for you to be in those areas. Number nine, business license. Now, depending on the city and county, you may need a business license to operate, and that actually comes into play when you get your parking permit in some cases. So be sure that you are following the guidelines and have your business license because you may also need to present that in order for you to get specific parking permits. Last but not least, number 10, statewide mobile unit license. Now, the Oregon Department of Agriculture, the ODA as it's known, might require you to also obtain a statewide mobile unit license. Now, if you're operating across multiple counties. So always research specific city and county regulations in Oregon because they do fluctuate slightly, but these 10 will give you a good foundation to understand exactly what you may be running into. If you plan to operate your food truck in Oregon, remember regulations can vary widely from one municipality to the next. So if you're planning to operate in Portland, for example, the rules might be different than Eugene or even Bend, Oregon. So that's it for Food Truck Freaks. If you are not a subscriber, definitely hit the subscribe button and check out our other videos. We have tons of useful resources that we upload every week, and we'll see you on our next video.